It's another week, another round of Super Rugby, and here we go with predictions. For me, last week, 4 out of 7 wasn't the best for me. It was a bit of a mixed bag, not my best. Rebels won, that killed me off. I didn't think that would happen. Well done to them, good for their first win, desperate stuff. I predicted the Jaguars would beat the Bulls, me of little faith, well done Bulls for that one. And the other one, I'm trying to think what the other one was. Now I remember, I backed the Kings. I still think the Kings are due for a win. I think they're playing some great rugby, but geez, they need a defense, guys. Please, I know Vuyo and the guys are already doing some good work down there. Defense. If they do that, they're going to have a chance against the Waratahs. Their attack is excellent. Anyway, let's get to this week's picks. Okay, we're going to start off with the South African games first. First one's, of course, let's start with Friday night's game. Lions against the Jaguars. Jaguars proved good in that, but I can't see them beating this Lions team. This Lions team is looking really good. With Yaku Kriel there, back into the side again, and they're really playing some good rugby. Great win over the Stormers. I think the Lions going to take about 10 to 15 points. Next up, the Kings against the Waratahs. Kings have always got a chance. Great attack. They're really playing some great rugby. But defense, guys. I know Dion and Vuyo and those guys are doing a lot of work there on defense, but they need a solid defense. Waratahs have got good attacking players. If they get on a roll, it's going to be a long day, but the Kings can certainly score tries. What we don't want to see is another 46-41 game again, where they do so much good on attack, but their defense lets them down. I still think the Waratahs are probably going to take it. I think the Kings can come good. I'd love to be wrong on this one, but Waratahs by 10. Sharks again playing against the Rebels. Well, the Rebels got their first win. It'll give them a lot of confidence. But in Durban, the Sharks on the current form should be favourites by far. That pack of theirs with the Dupree brothers are playing very well. Kerwin Bosch is having a great season. So I would go for the Sharks there, win there. And quite a comfortable win. I think the Rebels will be competitive. But the Sharks, if they play according to their strengths, should win this by 10. Then we get to the big one of the evening, the Cheetahs Bulls game, a crunch game for both sides. Both sides in a bit of trouble at the moment. Both sides chasing the Stormers on that side. Big game for both sides. I think the Bulls have got a bit of home ground advantage. The win against the Jaguars would have told them how to play. I think they're going to play to their strengths. I don't think they're going to run the ball as much. The Cheetahs will try everything, but they've got a couple of problems at the moment in terms of injuries and other things. This is a big match for both sides. I see the Bulls winning this one, but it's going to be close, 5 points. But hey, this is a match that's going to go a long way for so many other reasons. For the Sansom, changing the teams, throwing teams out of Super Rugby. This is a grudge match. It's a big game, but I reckon the Bulls will win by 5. Stormers, of course, big game in Christchurch. South African teams don't traditionally do well there. They've been brought down to earth by the Lions, but they've still got enough firepower. I don't think it's a bad thing they lost to the Lions. I think they've woken them up, maybe kept their supporters a bit in check as well, because after that win against the Chiefs, they're crowing a lot. But they're going to need the same intensity. They're going to need the same firepower. They're going to need a lot of the same stuff. Whether they can do in Christchurch against a team like the Crusaders, unbeaten 7 from 7, is a tough ask. But I reckon they're going to push them close. I don't see them winning. I'd love to be proved wrong again, but I'd say Crusaders by 10 to 12 points. Okay, so let's have a look at a couple of the other games we haven't mentioned yet. Hurricanes against Brumbies. I think the Hurricanes are way too good at the moment. Brumbies, especially after their loss against the Rebels, they're struggling. The Australian conference is in trouble. Never back an Australian side against New Zealand side, not at this moment. So I would go for Hurricanes, and I'd probably go for a big win, probably 10 to 12 points, maybe 10 to 15 points even, for the Hurricanes this weekend. Another game this weekend, Highlanders Sunwolves. Sunwolves took a pasting against the Crusaders last week, and they're going to find it going tough in New Zealand. Highlanders aren't on their best, but they're still good enough to win there, especially at home against a team like the Sunwolves. I see them putting at least 30 points on them, so that's at Highlanders by 30. That's it for this week. Let me know what you think. If you agree, if you don't agree, let me know what your predictions are in the buttons below. Subscribe and see more videos like this. And yeah, thanks for watching. Cheers.